Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we want to take a look around the city of Crossbell for the first time, a proper look. Last time we did quests. So, can't understand him. Others are all out, I think. Anyway, Girond. Hey there, special support section. Sergey told me you kids were starting back up again. There's a redhead and that kid with the orbital stuff. But both of them still have some business they're taken care of. Okay. And these two you must be your newest members. Sergey filled me in on what arms you prefer, so let me know if you see anything you like. How very considerate of him to lay the groundwork for us. Thank you very much, sir. I've got all the weapons anyone could ever need. Go ahead and take a look. Yep. No access to the geofront yet. Thank goodness nothing ever stops the Transcontinental Railroad. Those trains are my whole life. Their majestic yet sensual frameworks, their resplendent liveries, reminiscent of the vaults of heaven. I transcend the fixed constraints of reality every time I see one. Life as anything but a rail fan just wouldn't be worth living. These trains are just dazzling. Wow, so this is what Crossbell's like. Come on, mommy, let's go! Once you get started like this, I'm powerless to do anything about it. Not that I blame him. Isn't Crossbell City spectacular? We run a private shipping company called Rhymes Deliveries. My old man's the president of our startup. Our motto is, serve it with polite, delivered at the speed of light. I hope you consider us if you ever have any packages that need sending. Don't have any business at the station. We don't have any business here either. Go go! New special support section! I saw an orbital car practically fly through Scandal Square just the other day. So, like any good citizen, I immediately report them to police for blatant speeding. I wonder if I caught the driver though. I'm worried it might happen a second time. Then again, with our current traffic laws, even reckless driving would only get you slapped with a fine and send you your merry way. The Diet has been making recent strides in strengthening penalties for traffic violations though, so that gives me hope for the future. All the corrupt members of the Republican and Imperial factions that were involved with the cult incident are gone. Even Ravash is out too. And yet the status quo remains the same. The Imperial faction still has an edge when it comes to diet seats. I've heard about Mayor Croy's strenuous effort to speed up legal reforms, but he still has a long, long road ahead of him. What was the name of that other group? AUA? I hear talk that they've begun throwing more of their weight around now that Ravash is gone. Mayor Croy still has a long, long road ahead of him. Hopefully he can put laws into place that allow our citizens to live in peace. Good day everyone, welcome to Winged Sept. We've recently rotated our seasonal options, so the menu may be a little different than you remember. Chef Brown is quite proud of the new dishes he's created, so I hope you consider giving them a try. Ooh, the restaurant is the perfect place to get lost in a good book. Just the right amount of noise to stop your mind from wandering, not to mention a steady supply of coffee. Now, I do believe I spent the day finishing this book I bought from the library. Flutter over there is one of our regulars. It's pretty common for her to come in right when we open and make herself comfortable until closing. Fortunately though, she's considerate enough to even put in orders throughout the day. She even gives up her seat during peak hours. It's pretty cool. This restaurant's a little plain in the decor department, but the food is a completely different story. You could say I'm really getting a taste for it. Yeah, plus the prices are easy on my wallet. I could get used to this. It was nothing, honey. This is the least I can do in return for all you take care of at home. Thank you for getting us these reservations, dear. I could ask for a more thoughtful man. I asked Satire to develop his own menu item, but it turned out gut-wrenchingly dreadful. It's not as though he doesn't have a culinary talent, but if this keeps up, it's going to be a while before he becomes a real chef. I wonder where exactly my new dish fell short. The flavors and presentation came together, and that spine-chilling texture was to die for. Spine-chilling? I don't think I want to find out just how little that to die for is. Wetlands Monster Eye Stew, Abaddon style. I thought for sure it would end up working the culinary world. That's one interesting name. At least it tells you exactly the kind of unpalatable experience you're in for. Okay. Ah, kill me. I just remembered we have Sunday school tonight. You finished up your homework, Pruna? Do I look like a kind of dweeb who does her homework? More importantly, I've got an Arius update. Did you hear he's out of town on another business trip? Anyone who fancy a balloon may make a great touring partner for exploring the streets of Crossbell. Get yourself a floating bundle of fun, and it'll perk you up your day guaranteed. What the heck is wrong with my dad, who just sits around the house naked all the time? Who? I'm a young woman, I'll have you know. He has to be committing a crime or three. I just want to move out and live on my own already. Why can't life just give me a house or something? I don't even care where. Have you noticed that he opened our rooftop to the public a few days ago? There aren't any shops up there, but it makes for a very pleasant view of the city. You're welcome to go take a look if you like. Our customers were thrilled when we decided to open our rooftop recently. We invite you to take a look and soak in the sights when you need a break. Thank you for shopping at Times. This is the reception desk. Feel free to ask me any question and I'll do my best to answer. Welcome to Legion Foods. If you're looking for the best ingredients in town, you've come to the right place. Did you know there's a store that makes healthy juice using our fresh ingredients? Give it a shot sometimes. My daughter runs it up the road in the administrative district. I failed the entrance exam for St. Ursula Medical College yet again. You know what they say, third time's a charm, right? Not for me, maybe I'm not cut out for this after all. All my worthless butts good for is fetching groceries for dinner. Ah, what happened to me? I feel you, man. I feel you. On behalf of all of us at Times, allow me to thank you for visiting today. Our fine establishment features a broad area of retailers, catering to interests of all kinds. Please browse at your leisure and enjoy your shopping experience. Wow, this general store really does have a dedicated Mishi corner. Opportunities like this are once in a lifetime. I gotta make the most of it. Hello there, welcome to Southwark General Store. I've been stocking more Mishi related products lately to meet customer demands. Go ahead and take a look. Mishi merchandise, huh? I bet Tia will be ecstatic. Without a doubt. We bought the newspaper last time. We didn't read it yet though. I go window shopping with my mom pretty much every day. I'm used to it now, but sheesh, it's so boring. I don't think I ever tire of coming here, no matter how often or how long I stop. Luca Boutique. He offers clothes from a variety of designers personally selected by yours truly. Take a look. Welcome, please take a look around. Our accessories make tremendous gifts for friends, family, and even yourselves. What do we have? Mishi tail. A cute attachable Mishi tail. Sure, I take one. Talked with you last time? I have to admit I'm impressed by Mayor Croix and Speaker McDowell. McDowell especially, he's almost my age, yet look at how hard he's still working himself. He is living proof that you can be old of body and still young of mind. Take it from me, that man is a shining star of my generation. Welcome to Hans & Shoes, home of all your footwear needs. If you're having difficulty finding something, please don't hesitate to ask. I would be delighted to assist you in finding the perfect pair of shoes. We sell a wide variety of products ranging from casual to formal footwear, all the way to hiking boots for the intrepid outdoorsman. I'm sure I can assist you in finding the perfect pair of shoes tailored to your very soul. Oh, the view from up here is amazing. Oh, I'm not skipping work, just, you know. The manager put me in charge of watering the rooftop shrubs and flowers. Time for dinner, little planty wanties. Drink up so you can grow big and strong, okay? What's with the baby talk? I have to say, I wouldn't expect a department store to have such a relaxing spot set up on the roof. Oh, the wind sure feels nice. Between the view and the cool breeze, I'm glad we came up here. But Lecter's shortcut is not around anymore. Yeah. Something is being built right by the SSS building. Chief Sergey must have commissioned it. Whatever the case, it may be better if we don't leave this way. Yeah. Or go in this way. I have Sunday school later this evening. I better make sure I don't forget my homework. Oh, it's Venny's father. He looks exhausted. I just got back from a business trip. Sorry, Pansy, but you have to eat on your own tonight. Looks like he's still half asleep. We should let him rest. Where's Pansy go? Right, she has Sunday school. Oh, you're back, Azure. That was an awfully long adventure this time. I remembered you had some fool idea about crossing the Mines Mountains on foot. How did it go? Right, I kinda sorta got lost along the way. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I'll give it another shot when I get the chance. You're never going to learn your lesson, are you? She Rules could have hiked a round trip from here to Gehenna and she'd still go back for more. Okay, fine. Hiking the Mines Mountains was out of the question for me. This time, that is. The next time I try, I'm making it over for sure. Well, my goodness, is that you, Lloyd? I'm back, Auntie Late here. So you are. It's wonderful to know you're doing well. I see your friends from the SSS are with you too. Is your training with her 1st division over already? Yeah, I just finished the other day. Sorry for not stopping by sooner. And who is this fair lady, if I may ask? This is Mrs. Noyes. She's looked after me ever since I was a kid. We are almost like family. Our friend Cecile is her daughter, as a matter of fact. You mean Nurse Cecile? I remember meeting her at the hospital before. Oh, right, you do already know her, huh, Noel? So that makes me the only one left out of this little party then, huh? It sounds like you and Cecile have a rather interesting relationship. I'd love to hear the details sometime. There's nothing interesting about it at all. But anyway, I'm sure we'll see her sometime soon. I can introduce you to each other then. Oh, your friends are always such fun, Lloyd. Don't forget, your Auntie Late here is always right down the street if you need someone to talk to, okay? By the way, Lloyd, have you been in touch with Cecile at all recently? We talk over the phone sometimes, but I haven't been able to see her in person for a while. Well, she's going to be in for a surprise when you do. You've become so much more rugged since the last time I saw you. Do you think so? That nervous laugh makes it sound like he hopes she's right. The more I hear about with Cecile, the more I want to meet her. There's a place along the West Crossbell Highway known as Knox Forest. The lush thicket and greenery make it a fantastic location for nature photography. Unfortunately, the Crossbell Police Academy is that way too, so it's private property. I'm a hobbyist photographer. I research interesting subjects to capture and set it high and low to find them. If only Knox Forest went off limits to civvies. I'd love to get a few shots in there one of these days. Aren't orbital cars simply marvelous? My old Betty X griped and groused about how much of a waste it was, but I know a smart purchase when I see it. Oh, I love me a one model. They're so stylish and eye-catching. Oh, well, you've got wisdom beyond your years, young lady. They're kindred spirits. Nothing will ever beat the feeling of driving an orbital car as sensational as this. Would that my old lady could get that through her head. I can hardly stand how out of control my husband's spending habits are. Time and again, he's pointlessly replaced our furniture whether or not we need it, which more often than not, we don't. And just the other day, he went out and purchased an orbital car. Honestly, what am I to do with that man? To think my overweight husband would purchase an orbital car without even so much as mentioning it. His spending habits are going to be the death of me. Oh. Flexible code. If this ain't a chest message, then I don't know what is. Fortunately, the item is not so useful. And last game there was an item here, but no more. Construction on Crossbell's new City Hall building is nearing completion at last. Were it not for the mayor spearheading the project, we'd have never made it to this point. At one point the whole thing was at risk of being scrapped due to budget freezes. But now that my work as an exterior designer is done, I can finally rest easy. I lent my expertise as an architect to help design the exterior of the new City Hall building, and now it's almost finished. I might shed a tear when it's finally unveiled. They re-enlisted my husband's help with designing the new City Hall after taking the project out of a hiatus. It's one of the biggest contracts of his career, and it's been eating up almost all of his time this past month. But now the finishing line is finally in sight. Thank the goddess for that. Our home doubles as my husband's architectural firm. His work on the new city hall has kept his apartment very lively this year. I'm the caretaker for this building, which is really just a nice way of saying hired help. What I wouldn't give to live in an apartment like these though. So stunning and spacious. Maybe a little too spacious even. It makes them more of a hassle to clean than I'd like. I'm going to have to remember to take care of all the gardening later too. Ah, my work is never done. Ilya is of course not home. Welcome to Talis'. We are proud to call ourselves West Street's go-to general store. Mom was off at Sunday school for the day. I'm sure she's giving it her best effort over there. Talis and I have to make sure we do the same. Hey there folks, welcome to Talis'. We carry all kinds of things, so feel free to take a look around. A stylish mirror, a decoration for Ellie. A book entitled Kingdom of Sweets, Volume 1 sits regally upon the shelf. Learned mixed gelato recipe. Oh, the SS, haven't seen you in a while. Mr. Grimm was over at his desk. You can bring any business you have up with him. Oh, well, look who it is. It's been a while, Mr. Grimwood. But it has. I'd been told the SSS temporarily suspended operations. Yes, but today is our first day back. We thought it would be only right to stop by and say hello. I see. And it seems you even got yourself some new members. That's just splendid. So you must be the famous Grizzly Grim everyone's been talking about. I might find myself in the dire need of your services someday. Is that right? Very well then. Let's see, I should have some business cards around here somewhere. Mazi, you're supposed to be here as a police officer, not a future client. Well, in that case, if it ever happens, Mr. Grimwood should be the right person to turn to. Haha, oh no, I didn't mean to imply anything, I'm only playing along. I suppose a more formal introduction is in order. My name is Ian Grimwood, licensed lawyer and head of this firm. I look forward to working with all of you again, ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. Likewise, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Grimwood. We may be stopping by more often to consult with you in the future. I hope we can count on your advice when the time comes. Of course, feel free to stop by whenever you like. I'll be more than happy to provide you with my expertise, should the need arise. The citizens are expecting great things from the SSS. It will mean more requests for you to handle, but don't let that stop you from putting in your best work. I have faith that every job well done will make you shine even brighter as Crossbell's beacon of hope. Hey, there's my pal Lloyd! Hi Oscar, long time no see, how's work? You know, same as usual. Need, break, repeat. Still, it's been a while since you and that baby face of yours last waltzed in here. Where have you been? Off vacationing at Michelin or something? Come on, do you really think I have a time or mirror for that? I told you the SS was going to be on hold while I trained with the 1st Division, didn't I? Did you? Must have slipped my mind. Here, let me make it up to you. Think of this as a way to commemorate the SSS getting back together. Received Mooncake Muffin. Is this your latest creation? Wow, it smells amazing. And it looks delicious too. Yeah, it's fresh out of the oven and just as fluffy. If you don't love it, I'll eat my hat. Just make sure to buy more if you actually do enjoy it, okay? I'm sure you will, Oscar. Thanks. I've been challenging myself to bake all kinds of new bread recently. I hook you up with some experimental samples. Just remember to buy some from real if you like them. Welcome to Morgs. Our freshly baked bread is right this way. Now if only most of it wasn't baked by Oscar. Better enjoy it while he can. One day I'm gonna prove neat and rise my way higher than he has ever been. I'll give credit where it's due. Oscar's skills aren't half-baked. But one day I'm gonna prove neat and rise higher. Okay, let's take a gander at the new bread. Sunny side up, eggs on a muffin. Now it looks exceptional. I think I grab one of those and some tea before heading home. Ever since I found this bakery, I've been stopping by every day to try the new breads they think up. I think I grab one of today's and some tea before heading home. I've started letting Oscar and Bennett handle developing our new menu items. The rivalry is really pushing them to the next plateau, and they're making some darn fine bread in the process. If they keep this up, I might be able to retire way sooner than I expected. I couldn't be prouder to watch my daughter follow in her old man's footsteps as a baker. Oscar played a large part in the process she's made. Nothing like a rivalry to get the wheels turning. What's that sound? A racing car. What are they doing? They're going way over the speed limit. It's a flagrant traffic violation. That's for sure. Can't I but pity the poor car. She deserves better than that. That reminds me, there have been more and more reports of reckless drivers speeding through the city lately. They've been disrupting the peace all over the place from the sound of it. You don't say. And remind me, how is with the special support section's business? It puts the public at risk. Obviously, we can't overlook that. We better report this to Kate from the Metropolitan Division. She should know what to do with these kinds of situations. I try calling her Enigma. Yes, this is Officer Kate of the Metropolitan Division speaking. Sorry to bother you, Kate. Oh, Lloyd, did you need something? Yes, actually, there's something I'd like to report. Lloyd outlined the reckless driving incident they had just witnessed to Officer Kate. Oh, so you've seen them too. Well, since you're in the neighborhood, there's something I'd like your help with. Our help? Can you come and rendezvous with me when you get a chance? I'll be waiting right by the hotel in the entertainment district. Sure, we'll see you soon. Alright, talk to you then. What did Officer Kate have to say? She's requesting our help with something. The Metropolitan Division needs our help? Let me guess, she wants us to stop that runaway car at any cost, brute force authorized. We're supposed to be making the streets less dangerous, Fuzzy. Anyway, let's make our way to the hotel in the entertainment district. First, we look around here. Ah, this tastes great. The cooking skills have been getting better and better. It's all thanks to Sophia's lessons. Our next door neighbor, Sophia, has been giving me cooking lessons. They're definitely paying off. A proof is in the pudding. And this dish too. Henry seems to be just as gung-ho about studying as he's playing as of late. Perhaps he found himself an academic rival of sorts on Sunday school? Children ought to strike a balance between study and recreation. I want Henry to not only work hard, but play hard as well. My pops is a manager at the IBC. He's got connections to the Crossbell and high society too, so he often gets invited to their little galas. Sometimes he's too busy to attend those, so he lets me go in his place. Thanks to that, I get to learn about high society and live out my days on the upper crust all at once. Guess that's just one of the perks of having an old man with connections. old Hayworth is at home? Goodness, look who just walked in. Why, if it isn't the SSS? Hello! It's good to see you again, Mr. and Mrs. Hayworth. And same to you, Colin. You look like you're doing well. Indeed. Life has been quite peaceful for us since our last encounter, thanks in no small part to all of you. You and Ellie know this family, Lloyd? It sounds there's a story here. Care to share? The special support section saved our son when he went missing during the anniversary festival. We will be forever in your debt. It's because of you that we're still a happy family. You're welcome, but we were really only doing our jobs. You needn't be so modest. No amount of thanks could ever express our gratitude. Although I still do regret not being able to thank the girl who helped you at that day as well. Oh, you mean the girl with the purple hair? I want to see her again too. Yes, that's right. I still hold out for the day we can properly thank her. You wouldn't happen to know her whereabouts, would you? No, unfortunately not. We haven't seen her again since that day. Oh, that's a shame. Well, God is willing, we're sure to meet again someday. I suppose all we can do in the meantime is be patient until the opportunity arises. When she already left Crossbell with Estelle and Joshua. But the Hayworths still don't know the truth about what happened that day. In any event, all of you are welcome to stop by for a visit whenever you like. I will do everything in my power to assist you should you need it. Thank you, Mr. Hayworth. You and your family are too kind. Bye-bye, SSS. Business has been going well, in case you were curious. It left me with ample downtime to be a proper husband, father to my family. I'm happy to hear that. It sounds like all your hard work is starting to pay off. Haha, I take your word for it. To tell you the truth, I'm not one for getting showered in praise. Just being able to provide for my wife and child is more than enough for a simple man like myself. The SSS has done so much for us, that we will ever be in your debt. I'm sure my husband feels the same way. Know that our door is always open to you. I miss that purple-haired girl I talked to before. I hope I get to see her again. Maybe I will someday. Monthly Car Mania Volume 1. Okay, so we can't use it yet. Isn't this place the resident of Representative Campbell, leader of a Republican faction? Yes. Last I heard, all Diet members involved with the cult were removed from office. True, but they never found anything that linked them to Representative Campbell. He does seem to have some kind of relationship with Hayuri, but there's nothing illegal about that, on the surface anyway. So in other words, he's still corrupt, just not in the same way as the rest. That reminds me, Ellie, aren't you friends with his daughter? Yes, Carla and I went to Sunday school together. For her sake, I'm relieved to find out her father wasn't connected to the cult. No kidding, I'd be heartbroken if my friend had to learn something like that about their own dad. Anyway, we don't have any business here, so let's not go bothering him right now. Agreed. Shall we move on? Someone's been driving recklessly through the neighborhood recently. Dear me, what are they going to do if they end up hurting someone? Fishing spot? Oh, for St. Ursula's sake, those youngsters are always so darn noisy. Locked? Ellie's home? Oh! Welcome home, Lady Ellie. It's good to see you again, Joanna. I take it things have been business as usual around here? Yes, thankfully. You coming home from your trip safe and sound has put my mind at ease. Oh, Joanna, you don't need to worry about me so much all the time. I'm doing just fine. That may be, but it's my job to worry. You and Master Henry mean everything to me. How adorable. Well, what I wouldn't give to have a maid this devoted to me. That reminds me, Lady Ellie, we received letters from the young master and mistress. Would that be your parents? Yes, my mother and father live in Erebonia and Calvert respectively. I used to receive letters from them occasionally, but they've become more frequent since the cult incident. It's mostly out of worry for my grandfather and me, but their words have been an invaluable source of encouragement lately. I didn't realize that's where they were. Family, huh? Please hold on to them for now, Joanna. I'll be sure to read through them later. As you wish. Oh, and I hear the SSS is back to work again. Remember to take good care of yourself, my lady. Master Henry and the young master and mistress want nothing but the best for you. As do I, of course. I understand, Joanna. I'll be extra careful. Why, Lady Ellie, welcome home. It's good to see you, Helmer. So this is where you grew up, huh? Is it, Ellie? What an enormous mansion. Well, it is Beaker McDowell's estate, after all. Oh, please, it's nothing worth making a fuss about. You're all welcome here. Indeed. As you're all colleagues of my lady, I cordially invite you to make yourselves at home. Now that the SSS is back in action, I'm sure you're going to be busier than ever. Please take good care of Lady Ellie. Of course, sir. We make sure you have nothing to worry about. Thank you, Helmer. I'll do my best to support them too. Can use a bus once we actually can leave the city. Okay. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. We're here at the cathedral preach the ways of the Septian Church and the guidance of our parish patriarch Archbishop Eralda. Please be mindful of other worshippers and keep your voices down during your visit. Good morning, Sunday school classes are in session today. Could you perhaps be the guardians of one of the children? You find the classroom directly to the right upon entering the cathedral. A book entitled 1 Minute Cooking, Light Meals Edition has been sitting here for much longer than that. Learn the recipe for a fresh sandwich. Well, I'll be if it ain't Lloyd. Feels like I haven't seen you in ages. When did you get back? Not too long ago. It's good to see you again, Mr. Quint. Do you know this man, Lloyd? We became acquainted earlier this year doing a support request he submitted. That's right, Mr. Quint here was an old friend and drinking buddy of my brother's. He's been good to me too. After the cult incident we shared a few glasses, while he recounted old stories about Guy. Now that was a fun night, my boy. Or as fun as it could have been, at least. Lloyd can't down him the way his brother could just yet. Sorry about that. It's nice of you to invite us as well. Though T was a little pouty that she has to have juice, being a minor at all. I can imagine. I hope you don't mind Noel and me imposing on you someday too. Not at all. Any friends of Lloyd's are more than welcome in my book. You can usually find me out here tending to the graves. Feel free to drop by anytime. We can even reminisce about Guy again if you want. This grave, it belongs to Guy Bennings, my brother who was killed in the line of duty 3 years ago. I've heard stories about him. They say he was a remarkable detective, one of the best the CPD ever had. Even among the Guardian Force there aren't many who don't know his name. Wow, I had no idea. He and Arius were once partners in the same squad led by Chief Sergei. Eventually, the disbanded and Guy advanced to the 1st Division. He and Detective Dudley were good rivals back then, apparently. Guy was the kind of person who liked to stick his nose into other people's business, so word about him ended up spreading pretty fast. The more I hear about him, the more I realize what an amazing man he truly was. He was a detective who stood up against Crossbell's barriers, and with a relentless drive at that. Losing him in the line of duty was unimaginable. The culprit's still at large, right? It wasn't the cult's doing? Yeah, the case is still unresolved. But I swear, one day I'll grab hold of the truth with my own 2 hands. It may not be soon, but I promise it'll happen. Just you wait, Guy. Here lies Sire McLean. I recognize the surname on his grave. Arius McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. He's never spoken to me about it, but I'm fairly certain Sire McLean was his wife. If I remember correctly, she passed away in a horrible accident. The same one that left Shizuku alive, but without her sight. Yeah, after that, Arius resigned from the police force and became a bracer. Ah, so that's how it happened. What a tragic story, poor Shizuku and Arius. It's not like all hope is lost though. What I've heard, there's still the possibility that Shizuku can regain her sight. That's right, hopefully we can pay her a visit sometime soon. Oh goodness gracious, I didn't notice you there. You'll have to forgive me, I'm busy offering prayers to my late husband. Oh sweet lambs born beneath a bell, may you sleep peacefully here forevermore. May the golden light shining betwixt the pure clouds lead thy souls above to the great blue sky, that they may return once more to the goddess's loving embrace. Here lies Ozma Seeker. Seeker is this... Yes, Lieutenant Ozma Seeker, the father friend I lost 10 years ago. Your father? This is the first I'm hearing of this. Not the type to talk about these kind of things. Let's go, everyone. Dad would probably scold us for dawdling around like this. Would he now? Alright, let's get going then. As a trader, I'd be a fool not to turn to the goddess for help with my business. She's my most valuable patron, you could say. You should try praying to Azure too. I can't recommend it enough. A new sister is scheduled to arrive today, straight from the holy city of Ateria. What will she be like, I wonder? I'm looking forward to finding out. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. Azure will protect those who seek salvation with a devoted heart. May the goddess guide you all. We hold mass regularly here at the cathedral. It is, after all, an essential liturgical service for revering the goddess. I hope you will find the time to attend. This is Archbishop Eralda's office, where medicinal herbs and valuable books are stored here, so I have to ask you not to rummage around. I hate studying, but if Yuna's cramming her butt off at school, then so should I. Alright, I'm gonna need my notes. Wait, where did my notebook go? Wow, Yuna and Ken are doing such a great job at school. I gotta make sure to keep my grades up too. Eh? Since when did I have 2 notebooks? One is probably your brother's. Hey Pansy, how have you been? Oh, you're Wendy's old friend, aren't you? Long time no see. Thanks for all the police stuff you do, whatever it is. Wendy, as in the engineer? Yes, we met her at the Orbital store earlier. She and Lloyd have been close ever since they were children. Yep. That terminal incurable gearhead happens to be my older sister. What a way to describe her. It's true though, just ask Lloyd. She's not wrong. That got his hooks into Wendy while she was too young to know any better, so now I get to live with two totally hopeless gearheads. But he's not going to get away with it with me, that's for sure. Oh, hi guys! Is there a parent-teacher conference today? No, nothing like that. We just thought we'd check in and see how you're doing. Are you studying your hardest gear? You betcha! I've been learning new stuff every day. It's fun getting to hang out with Rio and Anri and them too. Is that so? Kia doesn't seem to be having any trouble fitting in. We were worried about sending her to school at first, but honestly, it was the best decision we could have made. Keep at it, okay, Kia? I will. Good luck with all your SSS work. Hey, Kia, what do I do when I get to this part? Let's see. You solve this one by... Looks like we're getting along well. Studying is such a pain in the butt. Hey, Lloyd, can I put in a support request and have your SSS study for me? That's not how it works with you, and this is for your own good. You should take it more seriously. You sound like my old man. Come on, Rio, at least try. This rate, you're never going to catch up to Kia. Shut up! I get it, okay? I should probably shape up in class myself before getting on Rio's case. If I don't pick it up, Kia's going to leave me in the dust too. Kia's the cutest. I'm so lucky I get to be in a class with her. Gonna try my hand on every question today. I bet it'll impress her. Hammer's gone all googly eyes for Kia. Now he's trying to show her how much of a teacher's pet he can be. I'd way rather be playing outside than sitting around studying. Why, hello there, Lloyd and Ellie. I'm glad you two came. It's great to see you again, Sister Marble. Yes, it's been so long. Wait, are you not surprised to see us? Not at all. Kia couldn't wait to share the good news. I believe her exact words were, Lloyd and Ellie are home! If I'm not mistaken, you are also Lloyd and Ellie's Sunday school teacher, right? Yes, that's right. And you two must be the newest members of the SSS. My name is Marble. I serve as a sister of the Septian Church. It's a pleasure to meet you both. Oh, wait. Did you not study under Sister Marble too, Noel? No. The East Street class that Fran and I attended was held by a priest. I'm not sure what happened to him, but I don't think he's in Crossbell anymore. Well, it's not uncommon for the church to keep a revolving door. Yes, in that sense it's fortunate that I've been here since Lloyd and Ellie's time in Sunday school. Sister Marble, can we get back to class now, or are you just gonna keep on chatting? Rio, it's rude to interrupt people while they're catching up. Oh my, I became so wrapped up in our conversation I completely forgot where we are. My apologies, I should continue on with the lesson. But stop by for another visit sometime. No, we should apologize. It's our fault for interrupting class. Please excuse us. So, and you wanted to meet with us. Thanks for coming, SSS. Good to see you again, Kate. You wanted our help with a reckless driving case, correct? I'm curious to hear more myself. Yes, allow me to explain. Recently there have been reports about an out-of-control car coming in from all over the city. The drivers seem to enjoy the thrill of near misses with anything and everything, pedestrians included. Right, we experienced that in person just now. I've heard about this being an issue. There's also been a lot of complaints about them blaring their car on without reason. It seems they're intent on being a nuisance. Whoever they are, they sure know how to get under everyone's skin. Right, as you can imagine, this is a problem the Metropolitan Division wants solved ASAP. Therefore, I'm requesting the SSA to put a stop to that runaway car. Are you up to the task? Of course, we do everything we can to lend our assistance. I mean, how can I say no? You've had my back since the days at the police academy, Kate. Thank God. This is a huge help. The fast and the injurious. Let me begin by telling you about the perpetrators in question. We aren't dealing with one driver, but rather a group of 3 young men from Calvert. There have been sightings of them all over the city recently. They start by the park in the Harbor District before hitting roads all across the state. It seems they've recently added the Mines mountain path to their driving route as well. They're driving recklessly on the highways too? If something happens, they could end up impacting bus services. You're right, but that gives me an idea. If you cut off the access to the highways, it will provide you with an opportunity to catch them. That's a good point. Then if you use your patrol cars, you could have them surrounded, no problem. Unfortunately, I don't think that's an option. If you don't handle this carefully, they could break through our formation out of desperation. If it came to that, it could lead to a major traffic accident. That's the last thing we want. I see what you mean, and in that situation the police would definitely be the ones who were held responsible. Exactly. That's why I requested your help. Your experience in VSS could lead us to a creative, if a bit unconventional solution. We need to think outside of the box to devise a plan that'll bring that car to a halt without endangering the townsfolk. Got it. I understand where you're coming from now. The way I see it, there are 2 essential components we need to consider here. First, an actual method of stopping that one-way car. And second, a location that can be executed without putting any of the citizens in danger. I agree. If either of those are flawed, not only will we fail to capture them, but we may also do more harm than good. In that case, let's start by pinning down our approach. I can think of a few ways to start. Once it won't lead to a major accident, I hope. That's our real obstacle here, not just the car itself. Right. Our first priority is to minimize the chances of us involving any civilians. We need to drum up a plan that can achieve that. Does anything come to mind? Let's see... Lure them into a dead end. Well, what if we lure them into a dead end? They wouldn't be able to speed their way out of that. There'd be no choice but to stop. I see, yeah, that could work. It's about as safe as we can swing it too. Perhaps, but that leads us to our second challenge, the location. I can't think of anywhere in the city that would be suitable. And we obviously can't use the new City Hall site in the IBC building. You're right, I hadn't thought that far ahead. I guess it wasn't such a good idea after all. Oh, don't be so unimaginative. If there aren't any dead ends, why don't we just make one? We could set up a barricade of those sandbags they have at construction sites. Oh, that's a great idea! If we use those, we can stop them wherever we want! Pretty sharp thinking, Wazzy. Oh, you're too kind. Now then, the final question is where to set all this up. Does the Metropolitan Division have the car's usual route fully mapped? Of course, we had to, for everyone's safety. The car's been making regular laps around the city. For me in the entertainment district, they head to the administrative district. Then they go to the harbor district, followed by the East Street, Central Square and the back alley. In that order. After that, it's rinse and repeat. In that case, we should be able to lure them into a dead end in any of those 6 areas. What we want is a place with low foot traffic, somewhere you can set up a trap with minimal risk of involving the public. Does the car's route pass through any part of town that would fit most descriptions? Let's see. The back alley would probably be best. It's relatively small, so easy to block off, and there's not so much traffic there. Okay, no. Then I honestly don't know. Harbor is the business district, so that is probably also not the best idea. I think the only place that matches our criteria is the administrative district. The administrative district, huh? That's with the Civic Center, Library and the CPD headquarters, huh? True, but the district does have a small amount of foot traffic than most. Yeah, there's enough open space so that even if an accident does occur, damages should be kept to a minimum. It doesn't hurt that headquarters is nearby either. I think it's a perfect spot. Yeah, it's definitely going to work. I knew I could count on the SSS. You guys drew up that plan like it was nothing. I'm glad we could help. Okay, in order to lure them in, we're going to need several patrol cars at our disposal. We leave that part to me. I contact everyone in my division. Then we begin the operation immediately. I leave the construction of a barricade itself to you guys. No problem, we'll get right on it. And so the plot thickens. Since we're doing this, we may as well make sure we do it right. Definitely. I won't let them get away with abusing that poor car. Man, speeding around these big city streets is the best. You've really got the hang of driving that thing, you know that, Reggie? You're damn right I have. But hey, it wouldn't be half as easy if Yui didn't get us such a high-spec ride. What else did you expect? It's the Run Company's latest model after all. But wait, didn't you almost run over some old fart on the highway, Reggie? Oh, come on, I swerved out of the way, didn't I? But did you see the look on his face when he thought we were gonna hit him? Hilarious, freaking awesome, classic. That dumb old bastard looked like he was about to piss his diapers. Don't kill me, idea, save me. What a walking skeleton. Cut it out, Sykes, or I'm gonna end up pissing myself. Well, we're gonna be here for a while. Might as well enjoy ourselves, right? Crossbell City is our playground now. Ah crap, looks like the cops are here. Punch it, Reggie! Don't worry, we leave those pigs in the dirt where they belong. What's this, an ambush? They should know better. Can you shake them, Reggie? Obvious, they don't stand a chance. Ah, shut your snouts, you pigs. Shake them off. No problem. Well, that wasn't here the last time we came by. It was all a trap. Check it, mate. Only one thing left to do. We have you surrounded. Come out with your hands up. Guess what Jake's up. Okay, we surrender. Would you look at that? Your incompetent cop has actually got something done for once. Excuse me, would you like to be charged with disorderly conduct too? Do you even realize how much trouble you've caused? How many lives you put in danger? Yeah, don't get your skirt in a twist. Keep blowing your top and you'll wind up getting crow's feet, old lady. Old? Okay, that does it. Free service of disorderly conduct coming right up. Calm down, Officer Kate. Well, we're waiting. Hurry up and take us in already. Not that it doesn't make any difference. You can't touch us in any way that matters. What? Let's take them to headquarters for now, Kate. We wouldn't want to leave a street blocked for much longer either. Right. Okay, Zess, you helped me drag these punks over to headquarters. Franz, you're tasked with getting that car out of the way. Yes, ma'am. Now, I'll be taking an official statement. All you have to do is answer my questions. To start with, what are your names? Hugh Jazz. Seymour Butts. Who says we have to tell you? Why, you stop screwing around already. Easy now, Franz. Don't get in a tizzy. Yeah, you get in trouble, loser. Typical commoner. We're getting off with just a fine? Unfortunately so. Our state laws do provide for baseline traffic regulations, of course. But since we're Calvadians, we can't just throw a book at them. We'll give them a fine and a stern warning today, but they'll probably be released immediately after. I feared as much. Oh, you knew it would end like this? Something similar happened once before. During the anniversary festival, we had a case involving a counterfeit dealer. The sentence consists of no more than a reprimand and 1 month expulsion from the state. Oh, I remember that. Ever since Uncle Dieter became the new mayor, there have been more motions to revise state legislation, but the fact remains that there are still many holes in the legal code that we are helpless to do anything about. The inability of Crossbell law to take a firm stance on punishing foreigners has been one of its fatal flaws for many years. Well, that's just great. I guess it was all a waste of time, sweat and tears, then. No, it wasn't. Sure, this has happened many times before, but that doesn't mean it was all in vain. Much the opposite, I would say this case was well worth the effort. At the very least, this streets are safer now, if only for today. The way I see it, this was just one of the many barriers that will stand in our way. But that's exactly why I think it's important that we never stop climbing. You're right, it's the kind of thing we can overcome as long as we don't give up. Then I guess it's up to me to keep us cool as we make our ascent. Because the two of you are way too hot-blooded about this. Honestly, Vasi, we were just about to put a nice button on this, too. Maybe we did get a bit worked up. Anyway, can you handle things from here, Kate? Yes, of course. You were a lot of help today, SSS. If something like this comes up again, you'll be the ones I turn to. We'll be looking forward to it. Okay, I quickly reloaded and did that over because I bet that wrong answer cost DP, and anyway, makes you wonder. The weak law in Crossbell makes you wonder why there isn't a massive amount of vigilantes running around here. Anyway, let's continue with Crossbell. Hell yeah, time to gamble my ass off. First I gotta pick the right slot machine to try my luck on. Oh, thank you. I want this is it. Wanna play? Come in, I promise it'll be fun. Welcome to Baka Casino. This is where you can exchange your mirror for tokens and your tokens for fabulous prizes. I've got some real good stuff up for grabs, so get out there and start playing. New materials. Fishing bait set. A comfy chair for Vasi's room. Sardine needles. Kagemaru hood. So the comfy shed definitely, but not today. You can always enjoy a good spin of a roulette at the Baka Casino. Just before you begin, you must warn you, you'll never be able to cheat at this table. What do you say? Care to surrender yourself to the whims of destiny? You can either play it safe with smaller outside bets or take a risk on some hefty inside bets. All we goddess herself knows the final outcome. Welcome to the card table. Shall I deal you a hand? Not today. I left Crossbell for some time, but I just couldn't keep myself away. I still love my native Calvert, but there's really something special about this state. Oh, I'm on a roll of the slots today. Hearing those tokens pour out by the barrelful is the best feeling in the world, I tells ya. Well, if it isn't the SS, and Vasi too, I see. That's quite an unusual combination. Hey there, Drake. It just so happens I've been assigned to the SSS. I'll spare you the details, just treat me the same as you would any of them. Haha, as you wish. He didn't even bat an eye. No kidding, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you know him too, Vasi. What can I say? Police officers have their beats. Mine is the entertainment district. And besides, any host worth a salted rim-nosed drake. You say it so nonchalantly. But you're too young to be hanging around in a place like this. Should take the opportunity to... Do you hear yourself right now? Loosen up that collar, would you? I suppose that buttoned-up drill sergeant vibe is just part of your charm, though. Why do I even bother? It's like we're trying to reprimand Randy all over again. Speaking of Randy, is he still away at the moment? He informed me that he would be returning to the CGF for a short time. Yes, that's right. He should be joining up with us before long, though. I see. Then, if it isn't any trouble, would you mind telling him to stop by once in the town? Let him know I've got a bottle of wine waiting to welcome him back. We will. After we're off duty, of course. I'm sure Randy's doing a fine job meshing with the CGF. If it helps him evolve past being the sack he was when we first met, then I'm all for it. Look, if it's gonna be no, then don't waste my time. So that dialogue is gone forever. Okay. Good day and welcome to Hotel Millennium. If you'd like to make a same-day reservation, it will be my pleasure to assist you. You can replenish CP by staying in hotels and inns. Regular inns recover 100 CP, while luxury hotels recover 200. I knew the rooms here would be top class, but the service is no slouch either. We have to stay here again the next time we visit Crossbell. Any 12 fatigue I had from the train ride was swept away clean after staying here. Maybe a bit pricey, but you get what you pay for with a hotel like this. Good morning. Will you be staying the night with us? Don't forget to lock your rooms on the way out. Does anyone ever do that? A book entitled Delicious Hot Pots, a pressure cooker edition is letting off steam on the table. Learn the recipe for bellyful hot pot. I can well imagine that be missable, because this is a hotel room and maybe someone left it around and it gets removed later? This year marks the 60th anniversary of the hotel's opening. I've been employed here for over half of the time. Before I knew it, I'd become the elder statesman on staff. Where does the time go? Welcome to Hotel Millennium. Our establishment provides only the finest array of service and amenities. Let us know at any time if you'd like to book a room. From spa treatments to room service, you can request any of our luxurious amenities via the Orbital Net. Here at our establishment, we strive to meet our guests' every need. So this is the famed Arc-en-Ciel, huh? At long last, we're finally here. We already have our tickets, but the wait until the show is excruciating. I hear Golden Sun Silver Moon's the greatest show yet. I can't wait to see it. The doors don't open until right before the show starts, so maybe we should go somewhere else until this evening. Ice cream! Get your ice cream! I've got all kinds of flavor here for you to try. Go on, give them a whirl. You never know which one will be your favorite. I can also mix any flavors you want, if that's what tickles your fancy. Just don't blame me if you get a little too adventurous, if you know what I mean. I've seen Ilya spending a lot of time with that new girl from the theater. Oh, she's so lucky. Why can't Lady Ilya take me under her wing? Hey, I recognize you. You're the officer that kept going into the theater a while back, right? I wish I had a job that let me waltz into Arc-en-Ciel whenever I wanted. Maybe I should enroll at the police academy and become an officer too. Then, once I'm under force, I can visit Archon-Ciel over time under the guise of patrolling. Now that's the dream. That's no reason to get into law enforcement. Archon-Ciel, it's been a long time since we last set foot in here. It has. I wonder if Ilya and Risha are doing well. Well, I didn't realize you two spent so much time schmoozing up with celebrities. Is it really okay for us to just waltz into the theater like this? Why, if it isn't Detective Bennings and Miss McDowell from the SSS. It's so good to see you both again. Are you here for a personal visit? Actually, the SSS is back in operation starting today. We were patrolling the city and decided to stop by. We're not bothering you though, are we? No, of course not. You're not bothered at all. The troop is currently taking a break, so please, feel free to stay a while. I'm sure Ilya and the others would be delighted to see you. Thank you very much. Wow. Is something wrong, Noel? Well, no, it's just, I can't believe how much clout the SSS has. She's right, to think they'd have a red carpet rolled out for you at Archon-Ciel. I guess I can't entirely deny it. We've been quite lucky to forge such wonderful connections here in Crossbell. Welcome to Archon-Ciel, everyone. If you have any questions about our theater, bring them to me and I'll do my best to answer. Ilya and Risha should be in the theater's auditorium right now. You're welcome to see them if you like. Second floor reads, we can't wander around right now. And you wouldn't believe what Sully did next. I cut it out, not in front of Risha. Oh, Ilya, you really shouldn't pick on her so much. Things are as lively as ever here, huh? It looks like we're on break right now. Is that Ilya Plater? The Ilya Plater? And whatever must be... Huh? Ah, that is my favorite little guy. Oh, hello SSS. Hey. Long time no see, everyone. We're sorry we interrupted your break. Oh no, not at all. It's been ages since you last stopped by, so go ahead to make yourself at home. And while you're here, could I trouble my favorite little guy for a nice warm reunion hug? No, no thanks, I'm good. Oh, you know, fun. You don't have to hold back with me, you know? Or maybe you prefer Risha pressed right up against you instead? Ilya! Quit being such a sleazeback already. I see your troubles. I haven't changed, Risha. Well, I can't say I don't empathize. Fate has it in for us, it seems. Still, it's great to see you again, especially after all this time. I hope you continue looking out for everyone here at Archon-Ciel. You're an actress who made her debut during the anniversary festival performance, right? Don't you live in the downtown district? I think I've seen you around the neighborhood before. Yes, I do. Pardon me, but if I'm mistaken, but would you happen to be the leader of that street gang? Vasi Hemisphere, at your service. Oh, you know him, Risha? Come to think of it, the SSS seems to have a few extra additions to the cast. Right, these are our two newest members. I'm Noel Seeker, transferred into the SSS from the Guardian Force. My younger sister friend and I are a big fan of yours, Miss Plater. Oh, thank you so very much. Theo and Wendy haven't returned yet, unfortunately. They'll just be the four of us for a while. I see. Looks like you found yourself some pretty kooky characters. I like them. Well, I don't think they're even half as kooky as you, Ilya. New performers are a lot more casual than I imagined you'd be. And even more beautiful than your photos give you credit for, Astrid. Why, thank you. But you know flattery will get you nowhere, right? But enough about that. You have been quiet this whole time. Stop and introduce yourself, Missy. Okay, I get it. I'm Sully Atwade, an assistant to the troop. It's nice to meet you. Same here, Sully. How have you been, Sully? Ha, you have some nerve talking to me. Don't think for a second that I've forgotten about what happened back then. You hear me? She still hasn't let that go, huh? Back then? What I heard, our favorite lady-killing detective here grabbed Sully from behind and... No, it wasn't like that. She was running away. I was only trying to apprehend her. Excuse me? Look, I know I wasn't a saint back then, but it doesn't give you the right to grope me. Grope? Wow, sounds like you really got a handful. Good on you, LoH. No, I did. I mean, oh, what delicious drama. Let me have a bite too. I couldn't possibly miss out on something like this. Ilya, please. Don't make this worse than it already is. The more I deny it, the guiltier I look. You really know how to dig your own grave, don't you, Lord Bennings? In any case, it's good to have you back. BSS has already done so much for us. Please visit us whenever you like. Seconded, you'll always get a warm welcome here. Not to mention, Risha's rehearsals have been more thrilling to watch than ever these days. Wow, really? I'd imagine she offers a selection of choice views, leaping around in that costume of hers. Was he? That's one of the appeals, yes. But lately I feel there's been a certain sharpness to her movements, both on and off the stage. She never seems to get tired either. I'm guessing you've improved your sleeping habits? Yes, I suppose so. So that's it, huh? I never realized. Leave it to Ilya to know her performance inside and out. It's true, there hasn't been much work recently, so I had more time to relax. If Ilya can sense that just the way I move, she really is amazing. You're one of the hardest workers I know, Risha. Just remember to get enough rest. Take a moment for yourself every now and then. I will. Thanks for always looking out for me, Lloyd. Ciel seems as busy as ever now. But if you're sure it won't be a bother, we'll try and stop by from time to time. Feel free. You're always welcome as long as we're not in the middle of a performance or rehearsal. That being said, things are probably going to be ramping up in the near future. Huh? Why's that? Is something special in the works? That's on the need-to-know basis only. You'll see what you're cooking up when it's good and ready. Look forward to it. Will do. We'll have to follow up on that sometime. Congratulations on resuming your duties and on the new members. I'll be rooting for you. Feel free to come visit whenever you have some time to spare. Will do. Don't be afraid to get in touch if you need any help again. The SSS is always here for Ciel. I'll keep it in mind. So the SSS is back in action, with that some new faces too. I bet Cecile will be excited to meet them, not to mention see you again. Aren't you one lucky little guy? Please stop teasing me. She's right though, I should visit Cecile sooner rather than later. You all better look forward to what Ciel is cooking up next. It's still a secret, but I'm sure you love it. Seriously, how the heck can Ilya tell that Risha has been sleeping better? Is there anything she can't pick up on? Theo and Eugene are always together, even off the stage. No wonder some of our fans see a passionate spark between them. Wait, what kind of rabbit hole is my mind going down? I need to commit my routine to heart, much like a committed heart of two young men locked in the steamy forces. Ah, enough! I must say, Nikolai has finally returned to his former self. Definitely, and his skills are steadily improving to boot. He might even overtake you at this rate. You'd best be careful. Who do you take me for? Do you truly believe a flaxen prince would allow anyone to surpass him? I wouldn't be so sure. Innocent wallflowers like Nikolai have been overraged lately. And Roland did mention he's been receiving more fan mail. Are you sure? How can that be? Beats me. Why don't you ask him yourself? Be serious, Theodore. Now I need you to teach me all you know over the ways of these wallflowers. Give me 1 week. That's all I need to bloom with the best of them. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned any of this. Oh well, at least it'll be fun to see where he takes it. An innocent wallflower. So in other words, the shy late blooming type? Ah, such roles come natural to me. Mid practice next are the best. Please. How many times must I tell you? No eating in the dressing room. Ah, what's the big deal? We're on break now, aren't we? When else am I supposed to get my sweet fix if I can't do it during practice? Oh, honestly, it's like I'm speaking to a child. Who knew play the mysterious songs of the sweet tooth? No kidding, she's a totally different person off stage. We're supposed to be using this break to get your costume fitted, you know? Just hurry up and finish your snack. I've given up trying to fight it. Ah, this is bliss with a capital B. Another car magazine? Well, how about it, Hans? Can you manage that? I mean, I'll try my best, but... Oh, hello there, SSS. Are you on official business? No, nothing like that. We're patrolling the city right now, so we just thought we'd drop by. I see. Well, I appreciate you keeping an eye on us. Feel free to call for me if anything goes up. We will. Thank you very much. I'm not too sure this will work. There isn't going to be much breathing room if you speed up the timing. Yes, Ilya is very much aware. Accelerating the entire scene, however, is a necessary step in achieving her vision. You know how Ilya can be. She wants to push things to her very limits. If you say so. I'll give it a shot then. So does she really expect me to make everything 50% faster? I mean, I give it my best shot, but I can only take so many insane amounts. The integrity of Ilya's vision for his scene depends on it. I realize it's a lot to ask. Sully's only an assistant, but I was impressed by how quickly she moved while helping us out with rehearsals. It feels like everyone in this group is a virtuoso when it comes to fancy footwork. I can't even compare. Not only are they incredibly talented, but they put in so much effort too. All I can do is keep plugging away and hope for the best. I can't compare to all these virtuosos in our troupe, but I do feel like I've gained their respect little by little. True, I lost my way for a while, but I'll keep on plugging away as best as I can now that I'm back.